Remember when they hated, didn't think we make it. Now they break their neck just to look at me. Remember when I called you and you didn't fall through. Now you hate yourself, you can't look at me, look at me. Yeah. You made me. Yeah. Look at me.
And what up, what up, what up? What's good with y'all? Alright, so what are we getting into today? Today, we're about to be heading to Santa Rosa and we're about to be fiddling with the C5 because this thing does have the 500 miles now. So 500 mile break-in is over. We're about to be draining the fluids, checking that. But I also have a cam sensor issue. I think we're getting the cam code from the extension harness because this is a LS2 block. So with this being an LS2 block for the 402 setup, we had to run an extension harness because the cam sensors are basically in a different location. So cam and crank sensor wiring is a little different. So with the extension harness, I noticed the issue that what occurs is that they flip the signal wires. So the signal wires are reversed, and what happens when you do that is it has a hard time cranking over. So I'm hoping today we can flip that and we can get this thing to start up. When the wires are backwards, what happens is it only has a 50% chance of getting the timing correct. So sometimes when you're ready to start it doesn't want to start up, and you got to keep trying it until you basically hit it and then it starts. But we're gonna be doing that, checking, seeing what this oil looks like. So this thing is pretty much, I guess you could say, you're ready for the dyno. Break-in's done. And in the last video where I had race Q, somebody had commented and was like, oh, you really out here racing people on a street tune? People have a misunderstanding on what we say when we say street tune. What we mean when we say the car was street tuned, if you guys remember, my C6 was street tuned and it ran flawless. We only put it on the dyno to do the fine tuning. So for the people that are thinking that everything needs to hit the dyno, that's not necessarily true. If you can get a good amount of timing in, granted you can't fine tune the timing between, all right, let's see if 1 degree added power or if this 1 degree of timing didn't add power. That's what the dyno's for. The dyno's for fine tuning, but you can get a car really close on the street tune. My C6, after we did the street tune and we threw it on the dyno, adding a little bit more timing, we picked up, I think, 10 wheel horsepower and I think 15 or 20 rear wheel torque. That was the only difference between the baselines from the street tune and the dyno tune from the exact same tuner. So when we said that we street tuned the C5, it wasn't like we just threw a base tune on it to get this thing to run and drive. No, we actually did some pulls. We had the timing super low. So down low, this thing only makes about 6 degrees of timing. And then up top, it's probably at about 12 degrees. I think last time we had it fully tuned when Kyle tuned it, it was at about 16, 15 degrees of timing, and that was pretty much the limit on pump gas. So this time, since this is a fresh motor and we want to just keep it as safe as possible, my man Jason only threw 12 degrees of timing in here. Like I said, this is super conservative. It also has like a boost fail safe if it sees more than like 7 pounds of boost. So like, yeah, you know, the car is super dumbed down right now, so it's not really an issue stressing it. Car is running flawless. And you know what, I'm gonna show y'all that today. I haven't been driving it, I haven't done any videos driving it just because it's not, you know, on E85 making the power that I want. But by no means is it slow. It's still a supercharged 402. So you know, you guys seen what happened to Q's cammed LS3, and LS3s with cams usually make anywhere from, I say, 460 to 500 horsepower. So it's safe to say that this car should be currently somewhere in the 500 range on 91. But with that being said, let's get started with our day, man. We gotta get going. And I'll show you guys what I was talking about when I was referring to the cam signal. The cam, ooh, copyright. If the cam signal doesn't sync up on the first try, then you'll get this backfiring. Oh, never mind. Started up on the first try. It didn't do it. I guess she behaving now. I wish they had some 530 VR1 race oil, but all I see is 2050, so we'll probably run some. Probably do T6 today. T6, where's some T6 530? Oh, thank you. So no T6, so we're just gonna run this Valvoline.
A 19 acres.
So we gotta see if we can get it to do it.
Buy you some shit out there.
Uh-huh.
Find out where the black people got. It's all black. It's a slave state. Find out where
that cam sensor.
What you want to get going? Say I want to sell Corvettes. Get your car lot out there, man. Get you some financing, PPP loan. Get your $250,000 loan. Buy you a couple Corvettes, start selling Corvettes, man. That's what you doing. There you go.
There we go.
Damn. Hey,
Jesus.
Good.
Thank you.
Man. You got a skeleton on your gas tank. That's dangerous.
Oh, God.
You my hero for the day. Okay?
It's all love.
Man. I'm happy for you, man.
It's all love, man.
I'm happy for you. I really am. I like to see this.
Show, you have a good one, bro.
All right, you too, man.
Oh, God. Drugs, man. Stay off them drugs, kids. But that was that was a perfect time for this fucking cam sensor to not want to sync up. Or the cam signal, I should say. Jesus. That man, he went left field. He was like, yeah, man, I got erectile dysfunction. I'm like, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It was left field with the convo. He was telling me everybody business. Jesus Christ. We don't want to scrape right here. Look at this man. You think you that nigga, huh?
I guess.
We're gonna call you Fly-Ree.
Yeah.
Fly-Ree. So what do you think of this car? You think this car pretty fast or what?
Yes.
It's not too bad, huh?
No.
Yeah, it's alright. Do a little something. Light work. A little something. A little something. You know what I'm saying? Driving right now with the cutout clothes just because we in the residential, man. I don't need my neighbors hating me. So usually I ride with the cutouts closed anyway, unless I get ready to, you feel me? I gotta get ready to gap somebody and I want to hear my car revving over theirs, then you know we open the cutouts. But other than that, we be chilling. AC, baby. Hey. So we got your name.
What?
You're gonna be Run DMRE. Run DMRE.
That name is retarded.
Nah, like Revron.
I guess.
Run DMC, Run DMRE. You always got these old school looking trap suit on.
I guess.
Run DMRE.
I guess.
So first oil change. This is what we're looking like. See the fine, brassy, shiny stuff, which is pretty much normal. FD looked like this also. Pretty much normal. Alright, so we did a cam sensor reset, checked the wiring, and everything seems to be good now. Starting right up, no check engine light, so the code hasn't popped back up, so hopefully it stays this way and it doesn't pop back up on me.
I've been going too crazy, these niggas too shady, speed limit 65.